Today started with a small community builder. We wanted them to feel engaged and feel like they were interacting with one another, and even starting to feel like they had something in common with other transfer students. That was followed by a presentation on financial aid, where we gave them an overview of the basics of financial aid. This is especially helpful for some that may be navigating a community college system, and then they get to a 4-year where of course the cost of attendance would be significantly higher. Followed by our first workshop session. We had 4 workshops that the students could choose from. The first one was benefits of a bachelor's degree, and this was aimed particularly for those that are in their first year that may still be trying to decide, is a 4-year degree for me. The other ones was tips for transcripts, and in this one we really wanted to help that transition point. So what are some of the things that you need to take care of that last semester in your community college, and then what are the things you need to be aware of going into a new 4-year university? The other 2 workshops that we had were institutional pathways, which gave kind of in-depth information on ADT and TAG, which are the 2 main avenues for community colleges for those that are trying to either go to a CSU or go to a UC and want a guaranteed admission. Our last workshop was career and major exploration. In this one we were trying to give community college students kind of the finer points on how to improve their resume, how to improve their cover letter, what are some of the main takeaways related to internships and fellowships, and how can they be preparing at the community college now so that when they get to their 4-year institution, they're fully prepared to continue academically without much of a stall.
The reason why I love being a part of this program is because they inspire, educate, and support so many students in Ventura County that don't get the help that a lot of students do, and so I think this is a really awesome resource for them to collect in one area at CI and get help, meet faculty, meet staff, meet professors, people from the Academic Advising Center, and just be able to ask questions that they might be too shy to do so on their own.
We had a lunchtime with 2 fabulous keynote speakers, Victor Manuel Moreno Martinez.
My father passed away like that year. And I was basically kind of saying like I need to stay home, I cannot basically leave. I have to kind of like focus on my family for a while, and I'm not going to be able to kind of go anywhere. So in a way I was trying to kind of like cheat myself and kind of convince myself that I was doing the right thing.
And Michael Nava, both of them are CSU CI alumni, and they went on to get their doctoral degrees.
This education, I mean, a lot of times, because I was first generation, I didn't know what it would bring me. I didn't know what I just thought, oh, give me the paper and give me a job, okay? But it has brought me so much more, right? And by chance, just because I knew a little math, because I was studying, because I was trying, because I didn't give up, I failed, but I kept going, first generation, but it didn't stop me, right? I was able to keep going, right? And I was able to meet my future wife, right? Right, so that's what that means to me, and that's what it's going to bring to you.
It was incredibly touching to hear their stories, and particularly to have Dr. Cindy Wiles introduce them as their mentor. I think the 2 keynote speakers exemplified that it's absolutely possible to come in as a transfer student, to build those kind of relationships with your faculty members, and walk away with that invaluable experience of what it's like to have a mentor throughout your college years. We followed that by a second round of workshops. We had a new workshop session called Top 10 Tips for Transfers, and this is also mainly to help those students that are at that exact transition point where they're trying to prepare for that transition from a 2-year college to a 4. And so this was actually presented by current CSUCI students that actually within the last year went through the transfer process themselves, and giving some tips. In this afternoon session, we have a faculty roundtable discussion where students are meeting with faculty in their major. We have over 15 majors represented here today, and we have about 18 tables, and so students have the choice of which tables they want to stop and visit, but it really gives them the opportunity to start that dialogue even now as community college students. This always is one of the students' favorite parts, and understandably so. Just building that relationship with faculty is absolutely crucial.
Meeting my professors, that was pretty awesome. Meeting new professors that I'm gonna take to double major, just getting to meet people, it's pretty awesome. I recommend it highly. It's pretty cool. You're gonna meet your future professors before you even transfer. It's awesome.
I think just watching the students over the last few hours and just seeing where they're connecting with some of the content that they're learning, and hearing the personal stories from our keynote speakers was absolutely amazing to watch. And I just really feel like if we can continue to build that transfer readiness, I think Ventura County in general will benefit greatly. So I'm excited about all the things that they're still going to experience as college students, and we just wish them all the luck. We're just trying to help them on their way.
Overall, it was pretty great. I learned a lot. I had a fun time.